Yeah, sorry. No voicemail. I'm kidding. There's a voicemail. Here it is.
What's happening right now? Why is there so much silence?
Happy Monday, bitches. Hey, it's your favorite Aaron. Hello. I'm leaving you a voicemail because apparently the rest of your listeners don't want to leave you voicemails, but I'm here for you. I've left you many voicemails, even backup voicemails that I told you could use as backups if you didn't have a voicemail, but that's besides the point. I'm here, I'm queer, I'm leaving you a voicemail. I mean, everyone listening to this, with the exception of maybe a handful, I think, are all on the queer spectrum somewhere. I don't know. I'm not making assumptions. We're here, we're listening. It's a good time. I hope y'all are doing good. It snowed a lot last night here in Chicago. It is cold, and I am unhappy. But you know what? We push through. Anyway, love y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.
I'm here. I'm queer. But don't get used to it because we're going to intro.
Oh.
Hey, we're the plastics of podcasting. First, you have Joe. He's the guy who can quote SNL better than their own cast. Weirdly good at naming random station wagons by looking at their tires. And once made a stranger cry at brunch just by raising an eyebrow. Anthony? Think Regina George if she were gay, southern, and unrealistically tall. He will compliment your outfit and ruin your life in the same sentence. And me? I'm Jay. I'm the one your therapist warned you about. Equal parts charm and chaos with a PhD in mispronouncing words. And together, we're your hosts of Beards and Sundries.
And welcome back.
Hi.
Hey.
Welcome back to Season 7, Episode 22 of Beards and Sundries.
2018 Ford Mondeo Estate. That's for you, UK Michael. It's from your part of the world. But that's right, guys. It is time for another lunch break here at Beards and Sundries, the shop where three gay men with beards do inventory on a new sundry in each episode.
My name is Jay, and I'm intentionally an asshole that darkens every room when I walk in, so I won't be featured on a true crime documentary.
Because you block out the sun.
With your robust hole.
Woo!
Mm-hmm.
Black hole sun, where'd you come?
Just making sure.
Sorry.
And wash away the rain.
No. I want you to do the entire song.
Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come along?
I don't know why, but I'm actually more ready for Anthony's intro than I ever have been in my entire life.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm Anthony, and it is the official stance of this podcast that what happened to Karen Silkwood was just an accident. Honest.
That's what they want
We
you
all,
to
3 out of 3 podcasters agree. There was definitely nothing suspicious.
No foul play there at all.
I mean, have you ever been to Guthrie? I'd rather end up in a culvert, too. Oop. And I'm Joe, and up next on Snapped, it was a simple relationship with AI until it took a dark turn with some eyebrows that weren't doing him any favors.
God damn it.
And that means that today's sundry item is true crime. Beardos, white people are stupid, and today, to send out Food Month, we are going to talk about a trend that saw a large upswing in popularity in recent years, even though there are lots of people who have always been intrigued by the mystery and storytelling that can come from true crime. TV shows, podcasts, movies, the news. Yes, humanity's obsession with morbidity makes true crime a popular topic for sure. After the break, we're going to talk about our theories on my favorite cold case of all time, and then later on, we've got some Beardo-submitted sundries that have some theories of their own. Probably not. For game time, we'll be teaming up to see what we can dream up for something so salacious, Sarah Koenig is already calling the market for another season of the Serial podcast. Don't you dare say Sarah Can of Coke. I know you want to so bad. I know you want to say it so bad, Jay.
I just want to do the piano intro. Doot, doot, doot.
Yes, please do it right now. Wait, your piano's in the other room, isn't it?
Just plug it in right here. I'm sure it's royalty free by now.
Joe, my piano's right behind you. Do it.
Boing, Boink, 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 boink. But before we leave DNA all over the market that only a UV light can pick up, how about this week's voicemail?
He farted right as he came.
That's the sound it makes.
I wonder what that feels like. That's
Oh,
awesome.
I wonder if that. Yeah, but we're getting older, so I'm scared it wouldn't be just
God.
a fart.
No, you're so robust. You should be fine.
Yeah, I'll be fine, but I mean, well,
Me, my
know,
sloppy, my
sometimes
huge
it's soft
slopobotamus.
Those farts aren't doing you any favors either.
what? How am I surviving with everything just so wrong on me?
A lot of pills.
I don't know.
doctor.
20 out of 20 doctors say that you're just a medical marvel, Jay.
I'd love to go through my medical records and they'll be like, "Oh, well, he survived cancer. He survived this." Fucking eyebrows, though. They do
said,
not do him any
No.
favors.
They said, "Whoa, this cholesterol's the true crime."
Not anymore.
Thank you for
Well,
calling in, Aaron.
Hi,
Yes,
Aaron.
thank you, Aaron. I'm sure that it's pretty there, even though it's pretty damn cold.
When you said you were honestly, we were in Chicago at a time that it was like -4 degrees outside.
Boo hoo.
And I loved it. I thought it was
Indeed.
great.
It's because it's not a gross cold up there like it is here.
Like it is here. No, continue. It's fine.
It's cold up there on his eyebrows because they're so. God.
I also noticed that your beard
at him
is
trying to be
pointy
mad.
this week.
Yeah. Good
God
thing it's
damn
not
it.
Reese
I
Witherspoon's
can't hold my
chin.
laugh anymore.
I was like, that beard isn't very pointy this week.
I did trim up this triangle bitch a little bit. Yesterday I was like, they can't make fun of me. And I was in the shower and I was like, they'll never make fun of me again.
Like Karen Silkwood.
You're thinking about the Family Guy reference where it's like, oh, it's okay. I've got Reese Witherspoon's chin, but it was just
Yeah.
Jay's beard. It's okay. I've got Jay's beard. Whee.
God, you guys suck.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, I do.
Well, Aaron, I assume you know what? We're not going to assume anything about people, but you are queer, all of you now. You're queer because you're listening to this. It's how it happens.
Yeah, we're going to get you. Yeah.
I don't make the rules. We're indoctrinating you right now. We already did it.
Hey, dude,
Isn't
don't
this
spill
called-
about the rules.
Isn't this called grooming or something?
I don't know. Fuck.
Okay, Giswell, calm down. Ghislaine Maxwell, whatever the fuck her
Just
name is.
Still thinking about some of these emails. It was very cool to have sex with 15-year-olds. Please send me more pictures of 15-year-olds. I am the ambassador to Turkey.
Not pedophile. Not a pedophile. What's the term for 15
Insane.
or whatever that they're coming up with?
What was it? Ebophile,
Hebophile?
hebephile. I don't remember. I
Cinephile?
want to look it up but I don't want it in my search history. Of all the shit that's in my search history, for some reason I don't want that.
Put your phone up to the microphone real quick so I can be like,
We're experiencing technical difficulties.
You're
He's
like
an epiphile.
hearing that.
I'm
Stop
going to
it.
delete this out of the show. This is
No,
awful.
thank you.
Actually, I'm just going to beep Joe the whole time.
you probably just should do that all the time.
That's
Probably,
actually what.
probably a smart idea.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways, thank you, Aaron. Sorry that it's so cold up there. Sorry you hate fun.
Sorry it's so cold. Would you rather
It'll
be
never
hot?
get that cold here. It's going to be fucking gross here. You know what's going to happen? It's going to be 35 degrees, not cold enough for anything to freeze, and it's going to be wet
Mhm.
and rainy.
Oh.
Ugh, and all the detritus on the ground is going to start disintegrating and smelling like detritus.
Anthony's actually just describing his heart.
Well, that's true.
That's why it feels so real for him. So, Aaron, don't feel bad.
bad.
Oh my God, I've never been more ready to go on to another segment now. God, you guys are really fucking the show over.
Well, Jay, do you think, or Joe, the other one, I don't care.
Oh,
Do you think
God.
we can find it? Do you think
He's
we can
getting-
find an improvised
getting older.
gorilla in the Sundries aisle?
He's getting older because he's doing what parents and grandparents do, where they just start calling you by any name they think of at the moment.
Whatever the one is. Yeah, it's fine.
Champ.
But do you
Well,
think we can find
or-
that improvised garrote in the Sundries aisle? That one I was just talking about?
Ooh, it's really wrapped up. But if you guys are new to the show and you're wondering just what the hell a sundry is, the term comes from an Old English word meaning odds and ends. Now, these days, it's used mainly in retail as a way to group together Anthony's chicken sandwich that he's eating off screen on mute that he thinks we can't hear. But, oh god, I lost my place. It wouldn't have a group of their own. So, as three truly criminal gay men with beards, we are using the term to group together the wide range of topics that we cover.
How did muting Anthony make you louder, Joe?
That's basically just how we work as a couple.
I don't know how, but on my side, you got louder when he muted. Maybe it's...
I don't know what happened. How did that happen, Jay? It's so weird.
We share the volume, and Joe's usually using it.
That's a good way to put it. Damn. That was truly criminal.
Didn't I already make that joke?
Yes. I'm going to make it like 17 more times, probably. Jay, let's talk about these glasses first. Speaking of crime.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. I do like them. Like are they a new frame?
Can I ask you a question? Are those Warby Parker?
They are not.
Okay, never mind. There was a pair of Warby Parkers that looked very similar to that I really liked, and I was
they also
looking
had
at them
lenses.
on you. I was like, wow, I'm glad I didn't buy those.
Hello, 911. Send the burn unit. Wow, that was a really good setup. Damn.
I did not mean to
Up
be
next
that
on
mean.
Snap.
Do you know why this is going to be a true crime episode? Because I'm literally going to murder you.
Literally.
At some point, we come back from break
Literally.
and Jay's just gone, and then all of a sudden you're ding dong, or like glass shatters in my room.
He's beating your head against the monitor like Brenda with the saw jigsaw guy in Scary Movie.
I'm in the rain on your skylight, and I'm just like...
But it's a Nerf gun, so it just sticks to the glass.
I'm like, God damn it. Let's practice. I'll be back.
You do the Cartman thing. You're like, hold very still, Anthony. This may take a while.
He's like Francine in American Dad, where he's like, should have done that a long time ago.
That's fine. I'll be bullied.
Yeah, I know you're not going to stab me with that beard now that you fixed it.
Yeah, thanks. No, that was... never mind. Things I don't want on air.
So let's get right into it. We'll start with podcasts. I think.
No, I want to hear what Jay
listen...
was about to say that didn't want to say.
I did, going on with what Joe's saying, listen to Serial, and that's kind of originally what got me into true crime quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
It was so good.
And then, like, every season after that, I was like, this sucks.
Yeah, I know.
we were listening to it, and I remember distinctly being like in the car because I had heard so much about it. It was getting really hyped at the time, and we were listening to it, and I was like, Joe, he killed that girl.
Yeah, he killed that girl. He definitely killed her.
He 100% killed her.
He absolutely definitely killed that girl.
100%.
I remember being at work, and like me and actually Shanae, we used to listen to it religiously, and we'd be sitting there going, yeah, Shane. We'd be sitting there going, it's not dropped yet. Like waiting for it. And then all of a sudden we would one of us would text first when it finally dropped. And we were so excited. And then I remember the absolute defeat everyone felt at the final episode where she's like, I don't really know.
Yeah.
I love that she ended on that too. Like she was like, I've hyped it all up. Can you guess what the answer is? The answer is, maybe it was intriguing the whole time.
Yeah, for a good while, I went back and forth because I wasn't quite sure either. But like thinking about it since then, and then I've listened to it a couple times again. I'm just like, he killed that girl.
So I was like, I'm leaning on it that he is, but it is also the situation of you have to have a fair trial.
Yeah, so that's a very different. Okay, that is not the question of did he kill her.
No. That's definitely not.
That's
why I'm like,
thing.
oh no, I think there's a complete difference in topic, which that is in general law for me. That's why I ended up not wanting to be a lawyer, is because I was like, they could have committed the crime,
icky,
but the other person could have a better argument.
Yeah.
And one person could have fucked up an investigation that completely makes a horribly guilty person
go for
innocent. And so
And vice versa. You could put somebody on death row who's innocent.
But even somebody who's guilty, in one sense, I'm just like, okay, so what's a fair trial? Like, you still have to have a fair trial.
Mm-hmm. You are it's by the law, supposedly by the laws. Of the
if
US,
I was in that situation,
it.
I'd want a fair trial because I'm going to need it after I murder you, Anthony.
This is also that time. This was also that time where like cell phones were a thing, yes, but they weren't what we have now. And
yeah,
like, CCTV wasn't really a thing, and like it's hard to account for the whereabouts, and it's all like really wishy-washy, and like all the eyewitness accounts or lack thereof are like they were all teenagers. And then she talks about it, I think, in the first episode. It's like she asked her young, I think, nephew or cousin, like, what did you do a week from last Thursday? And that is really hard to recall your actions on a day that sees, nothing really happened. Like, it's hard to remember times and places and things like that, except for when you murdered a girl and hid her body in the trunk of a car. But, that's hard to recall that kind of stuff, especially for teenagers.
And apparently back then you also used to loan your cell phone out a lot.
Actually, that feels like more of a thing back then.
I know, but I just don't remember that at all.
Everyone had one. Not everyone had one back then. They were so new.
Like now you can't load it out. You're like, no, my penis is on there, please.
Nah,
snake.
They don't have this hideous face to get in there because it's facial recognition to see that.
Back then you were playing Snake and
And
maybe
that's a
bowling if you had a nicer phone.
Back then it was a different snake that was on my phone.
Beep, beep. This is delightful. Beep.
Phone numbers. But yeah, that's why I think it's so interesting, is because there's so much that's like unanswered, and there's so many different pieces that kind of will weave into the story, but then they will just go right back out because they have nothing to do with it. Like the janitor, I think, who like walked really far into the forest to pee just off the side of the road, and then he found the body, right? I think is what it was.
Wasn't he like drinking in the woods though? Wasn't that his whole thing?
He had like a beer at home, and then like he had to pee on the way back to the school, but he was almost there already anyway, so it was really weird that he stopped in that exact spot to go pee and walked so far away from the road. That was a really weird part of the episode.
That was a really weird part. I completely forgotten about that.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was like, oh, that's super suspicious. This guy was part of it.
Well, he was probably out there just wanking it in the woods, man.
I wouldn't be a good lawyer. I'd be like, that sounds pretty sketchy. You're guilty.
That's the way that Sarah Koenig kind of weaves all these people into the tale, is she kind of embeds them in and she brings you into it, because that's how you have to, get people to listen to a story. But it makes for a good listen, and it makes for very interesting storytelling. So it's done really well, and that's why it was so popular, I think.
Which inspired me to really like true crime for a while, and that is how I got into the other podcast. Well, my ex also did help me, but like Crime Junkies and those podcasts, and then of course a bunch of your Netflix documentaries that go over that stuff. Like, it was all really interesting. I eventually really have laid off of them over the recent years.
Yeah,
because
I kind of fell off.
Besides like a random case that's kind of fascinating to me. Yeah, like you with JonBenét Ramsey, things like that. Like that kind of stuff infatuates me, and I'll get interested in one singular one, but I just don't look for them anymore.
Yeah.
It was turning into a little bit of a depression because just everything started feeling doom-like, because you're inevitably going to die.
Well, then you're also looking around like at things around you, and you're like, oh God, am I going to get murdered here? And that's not a good way to live, because that's just sad.
That's what you guys take from that?
Well, I mean, like, if you listen to too much of it all the time, you start like really looking around. I mean, like, it's good to be aware of your surroundings, of course, but then if you're listening to a lot of this stuff constantly all the time, that's kind of what your brain gets into, that stuck mindset, and it's all you can think about, and it is kind of depressing.
Why, Anthony? What is your mindset listening to so much true crime?
I don't know. It just never happens to me like that whenever I either listen to horror or true crime. Most of the time I'm sitting there like,
pretty
like
sure.
The same thing with Adnan Syed. I was just like, no, I mean, yeah, this guy, he fucking killed her. Like,
pretty sure there's a statistic out there that says people who love true crime and listen to it on a regular basis are psychopaths.
I don't listen to it on a regular basis.
Yeah, you do.
So I listen to horror.
Yeah, well, same thing. Close enough.
That's probably why you listen to horror all the time.
First of all, because horror is a practice in human empathy. In order to feel scared, you have to put yourself in that person's shoes. It is an empathetic act.
Did you say first of all? That's an empath. Okay. Is there
Second
a...
of all,
Second of all,
yeah.
It's like, is there a
Second of
number
all,
following that?
I want you to imagine widow's peaks, bushy brows, pointy beard, a robust hull.
Hey, save
and a
this for the
single
game.
testicle.
I listened to one for a while that one of my friends from college is actually part of. He works for Oxygen now, but he has one with his friend, and it's called Martinis and Murder.
Martinis and Murder.
I used to listen to it for a while religiously, and then I kind of fell off of it. But they do cases like that are well known, or they do some fun, empathetic ways to take a look at it. And they also did one on this girl that actually went to my high school in Morgantown, and it was interesting for him to kind of cover that because like he was saying landmarks that I knew and recognized, so it was kind of entertaining to listen to that one too. But it's all on how you frame the show, I think, and we at least have 4 listeners still, so someone likes what we're doing.
We have 8, Joe. 8 listeners. Come on.
I'm not even quantifying it anymore. I'm just imagining that we're doing this, and then we 3 are listening to it.
We're doing stand up for a crowded,
Listen,
packed amphitheater,
hey.
and one person is laughing.
And it's me.
At every fucking joke you make, like Jimmy fucking Fallon.
Oh no,
That's
I
a
am
real
Jimmy
true crime.
Fallon.
Yeah, seriously. That's what kind of true crime is that? Putting him in such a place of fucking. You know what? Fuck Jimmy Fallon.
It does make me feel a little silly whenever I'm editing and like I'll laugh at my own joke. I'm like, oh god, I am my own audience.
Ain't I a stinker?
Well, talking about TV, we can move on to that. So, like true crime shows, like like South
What
Park
was
made
that?
fun of it with Southern Fried Homicide and
Oh,
Hot
God,
Load Case
Southern
Files.
Fried Homicide.
True crime with Albert E. Jones.
And how do you get wood? Informative mortar porn?
Mortar porn. Dan, how do you tame a horse?
I didn't
in
really.
Minecraft?
I watch whatever documentaries like you show me, basically, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like some of what I really do like is a fictionalization of true crime, like where they kind of skew it to make it more gritty and dark, like the things that like the Ed Gein story or whatever it is. Who's that guy from American Horror Story? Evan Peters.
Evan
yeah.
Peters, I think.
Yeah, and then who was he? Was he Ed Gein or was he Dahmer?
I
Dahmer.
think he was Dahmer.
It's that kind of stuff that I'm more interested in because I'm like, okay, it's a fictionalization, so it's going to be interesting, and I'm not just going to be like, yeah, he brought them back to his house and then raped them and killed them and then hid them in his basement.
I will say I do enjoy those. Monsters, the one about the Menendez brothers. There we go.
twins.
Wow, racist.
So
Were they twins? Were they twins? No,
I don't-
think
yeah.
brothers.
I
thought
think
they
they're
were-
just brothers.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But I enjoy those and Dahmer and things like that because I enjoy
it's so well known. It's fun to see
Yeah.
his takes on it.
and I also enjoy the absolute like drama acting remake of it. The
Yeah.
legit remake, not the like
Well, yeah.
documentary where they have terrible actors going. I don't know, just terrible acting.
I know what you're talking about because it's like those reenactments of they're going back on a true crime and they show like the actors
Yeah.
reenactment and you're like,
American
these
Crime
are people
Story.
who are trying really
Yeah.
hard to make it into Hollywood.
And I-
and then there's also the ones that are like, American Crime Story with like, they did the one with OJ where it was like Sarah Paulson was the lawyer. And then they also did they did one with the murder of Gianni Versace. That was pretty cool. And it's cool to see the artistic takes on those. And we're getting to that point where the late 80s and the 90s, and sometimes now even the early aughts are becoming period pieces because it's like historic enough that it's kind of like, it's cool to see the 90s being reimagined on TV screens because we can kind of be like, oh, I remember when it was like this in the 90s, so it's kind of fun with
I
nostalgia
remember when
as
those
well.
people died and that guy killed them. What a weird time.
In the white Bronco.
It is the official opinion of this podcast that OJ Simpson. No, I'm not going to do that.
Fucking man.
I was like,
No.
I'm so glad I'm not gonna have to edit that out.
I just knew you were sitting there like, What's he gonna say?
It's like, no.
no.
For who?
He
What
jumps
sponsors do we
out
have
of
to
screen and
disappoint?
into my screen.
Joe, there may be a day like 20 years from now where we actually get famous and they come back on this.
That is how
We'll
those things
see.
happen.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody cares anymore. I think like the really like strong cancel culture has like ended, and now there's a lot of people out there like, I don't care if he molested some kids.
Speaking of, did you guys hear that Kevin Spacey is now reportedly homeless?
And
he's
living
saying
in
that he has no
hotels.
money, but he's saying he's living in hotels and Airbnbs. Bitch, that is not homeless.
That's why I'm like, I think you're just living like the average American now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
isn't
you
it
just
awful?
don't have millions of dollars, and now
You
you're
should
just
go ahead and
now
rent
you're
an
just
apartment.
middle class.
Yeah. Oh no.
Ah,
That
Consider
doesn't
yourself
exist
like middle
anymore.
class, bitch.
you're probably upper middle class still.
Right. If you're staying in Airbnbs constantly, you're doing better than us. Damn. That's a rare treat for us.
Yeah, you should see me booking an Airbnb. I'm like, what's the cheapest we can get? And then
Mm-hmm.
here I'm trying to score a free one.
I mean,
You're like, this
Showing
one's
my
a cot
tits.
in a common room in someone's living room. It's $70 a day.
An hour.
you mean these babies?
Yes,
God,
those
I'm gonna make sure that
tits.
screen doesn't show up.
I hope you do.
I think it should
Nope.
be the thumbnail.
It is a holiday week. I have time to add a weird picture in there.
Pass the turkey. You mean this
Okay.
white first meat?
Jay, here's what I want you to do. I want
No.
I want you to start. I want you to Photoshop these. Cut, copy, paste them everywhere. Just all
Pasties.
nipples.
Oops,
No,
all
my
nipples.
God.
Oops, all nipples. Both not discussed.
Mary Planner.
The taste of racism. Listeners, new listeners, if one of you exists, these are
Sorry.
all old references from old episodes.
My God, did you guys ever have anything like? What was the big true crime in your town growing up? Joe, you have
Jay's
a lot
was-
more to work with than we do, but like I'm
Jay's was
hoping
the
that
chat
Jay
piles.
has a story.
That's really a crime. That's very
'Cause we had-
Silkwood-esque.
We had a killing. It wasn't a murder, but we had a killing happen in our town.
Oh, I know what mine was. Yeah.
You looking it up?
I have to remember.
No, I'm gonna have
the
to look up
name,
something
but
real
yeah.
quick, but I'm
So
sure there were quite a few. It's a college town.
growing up in my small town, we had a guy try to break into, well, he didn't try, he did break into the local bar while the owner was in there, like closing up shop. And the owner, in self-defense, shot the guy with a shotgun and killed him.
Oops.
And was like, so the owner was like a friend of my parents. And to this day, like, massively regrets doing it. And doesn't like it, like wishes that he had let the guy kill him instead.
Oh.
Yeah, because it was a very serious, like, if I don't shoot him, he is going to hurt me moment. But it was a big thing. Like everybody in town, because you know it's a town of like 500 to 600 people. So everybody's like, oh, the town's abuzz. There was a shooting. It was the talk of the town for a good while.
I'm trying to remember the girl's name, but I don't. That doesn't. The ones that I'm finding don't ring a bell. But anyways, there was a girl that was murdered, ended up being murdered by her boyfriend in where I was from, and it was
Call her
late
Mildred.
2000s, I think. Do what?
What? We'll call her Mildred.
Actually, no, it had to have been mid or early 2000s. But she was murdered by her boyfriend, and what I guess the deal was there was a lot of signs and a lot of issues. They'd fought a lot, all that jazz, and people had reported it. And nothing happened. Well, then he ended up murdering her out of rage one night.
Wow.
And so the whole town has constantly been over the years like, we're not going to let that happen, blah, blah, blah. Because one time, me and my friends pranked one of my girlfriends that she got mad at us and was screaming at us as she was walking down the street. And we're like, get in the car, like, calm down, get in the car. And somebody called the police on us because they thought she was in danger. And then it was really embarrassing because the police officer showed up and we're talking to him. And then she was like crying because she felt really embarrassed and bad. And she told him everything. And he came up and he's like, so you can tell that practical jokes can end up being harmful sometimes. I was like, yes, I'm so sorry. I had no clue she was going to be so crazy about this. But
I looked at her and in an apology, I said, "I'm sorry you felt that way."
And then I looked at the cop and said, "Ah, man, I should have murdered her."
Chicks, huh?
Yeah, women, you can't hang out with them. They're crazy.
The old ball and chain. Straight listeners, why are you like that?
No, I was mad at her though, because she was really, really, really being dramatic for no reason. She was just embarrassed because she fell for her trick.
Because you came on her face and it got in her eye.
Oh, I did not do that. Although, I won't put that on air. Anyways,
that's the second time you've done that this episode.
I know. Sorry, I'm filtering while I can.
Joe, you still
Sorry,
with
I'm
us,
reading
buddy?
a little bit on it. Yes. Okay. Is it my turn?
Yep. Whenever you're ready.
So there's a few things, but probably the most famous one is the one that I talked about from Martinis and Murder, and it's the murder of Skylar Neese. This was a girl who went to my high school, actually, and it happened in 2012. I remember it because it was a very big deal. And so basically what happened is this girl was friends with these two girls, Sheila Eddy and Rachel Schoaf, and so I think what happened was two of them were like into each other, and then there was tension between the three of them because of it. And so one night they picked Skylar up from her family's apartment. She climbed out of her window at 12:30 in the morning, and they drove up to Pennsylvania, right across the border, because Morgantown is about 4 miles south of the border of Pennsylvania. Ooh, the Mason-Dixon line, baby. And they all got out of the car. They were walking through the woods. The two killers counted to 3 and then basically just started stabbing her to death. And they brutally stabbed her, and they attempted to bury the body, but it was too hard and rocky in the ground. So they just basically covered her body with branches, dirt, and leaves, changed out of their bloody clothing, wiped themselves in the car with wet wipes, and then they left the scene. They were charged they pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. They were held in juvenile detention centers as of September 23. One of them remains in custody at the Lakin Correctional Center adjacent to the Ohio River, the West Virginia western border with Ohio. And as of September 23, the other one also remains in custody at the Lakin Correctional Center. But because of this, there was a law enacted called Skylar's Law. And basically, it changed the way Amber Alerts are distributed. And so the Amber Alert wasn't initially issued in her disappearance because the circumstances did not meet all 4 of the criteria for an alert to be issued. 1, a child is believed to be abducted. 2, the child is under 18. 3, the child may be in danger of death or serious injury. And there is sufficient information to indicate the Amber Alert would be helpful. So they had to wait 48 hours to elapse before the teenager can be considered missing. They basically introduced a bill called Skylar's Law to modify West Virginia's Amber Alert plan to issue immediate public announcements when any child is reported missing and in danger, regardless of whether the child is believed to have been kidnapped. So they signed it into law in May 2013. But that's probably the most brutal thing that happened in Morgantown that's been like kind of that realm.
I vaguely remember that story because of Skylar's Law. I remember hearing about that.
I remember it rocked Morgantown for a while because it was so brutal.
Yeah, you definitely win on the whole brutal story situation.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, mine was just domestic abuse.
Mine was just a shotgun.
I'm
going to tell you, though, for one...
Things they should have filtered on air.
Yeah, I know. For one very, very quick second in my head when you were talking about Skylar's Law, I was like... because of West Virginia as a state, I thought you were going to say that the law said that women are no longer allowed to be stabbed unless they want to.
You cannot be stabbed without consent.
Exactly. So, like, we love
consent.
Just with the way people think of women and the way they're like, well, now you're not allowed to be stabbed. And so if you get stabbed, it's because you really wanted it and now you're dead.
Except for you. You can stab me.
It was... It was not a fun or nice thought. So I apologize, everybody.
Oh, God. This episode
This
did not go the
fucking
direction I
guy.
anticipated.
Anyways, let's take a break.
You're listening to the cold, shiny, hard plastic podcast, Beards and Sundries. And we'll be right back.
Welcome
And
back
we're
from break.
back.
We were doing it? Oh, hey,
What?
we were taking
Wow.
a break.
How? What? How?
These are the magic of podcasting. We have returned.
Oh my God, it's like we moved ahead in the future.
Wait,
Further
over
future.
Who got
Do
with
the,
88 miles per hour?
do the Linda Hamilton Wonder Woman animation here. Ah!
Linda Hamilton?
Did I say that? Oh my God.
You mean Linda Carter?
Yeah, I did. I'm going to go and see you guys later. Have a great day. This has been a really fun podcast.
Linda Hamilton
going
from
to
Dante's
retire.
Peak?
No, Jay Rattybush from Widow's Peak.
Ooh! Ooh! Twin
That
Peaks.
shut him up. That shut him up.
Wow. That's
I
tough
can't
to
wait
do.
for our game.
He's going to file that beard down into a point and
he's
stab you
gonna
on the
wait.
screen with it.
It's going to be the fastest fucking game, and it's just going to be Jay. It's going to be like,
Yeah.
It's
I
a
will
guy.
kick.
anyways.
Because you're going to wipe yourself down with wet wipes.
What a terrible strategy, by the way.
They're high school girls
Yeah, I mean,
in West Virginia.
I feel like even in high school, I would have had a better plan.
Well, you went to high school in Oklahoma and not
I
West
feel
Virginia.
like when you're not in the situation, you always have a better plan. It's the same idea as watching
sounds-
sports, and you're just
sounds
like,
premeditated,
you
and I feel
fucking
like-
had it all open on the field. How did you miss throwing the ball to him? And then all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, so I have never played this game in my
To
life.
bring wet wipes, but you didn't plan well enough to bring something better than wet wipes. I guess
I
is
keep
where
wet
I'm
wipes
getting
in my
at.
car.
So they were like,
Well, we
oh,
know
yeah.
why you keep them in your car.
Yeah, to dab
For
up
when
my
you
drool.
sniff a jalapeno. Oh, no!
Oh my goodness.
But you know who didn't have a plan? Whoever killed JonBenét Ramsey.
I still think it's the brother.
I think it's the mom.
I also
So's
think it's
Joe.
the mom.
I definitely think it's the mom. Also, I watched enough of the documentary where they did the fly through of that fucking house.
Yeah.
There's no way a random person could have come in there and killed her
It was a
without
labyrinth.
alerting anyone. That is the most insane home design I have
Oh, yeah.
ever seen.
Well, because it was a regular house that they added a huge renovation like addition onto, but it also had a basement that made absolutely no fucking sense. And I've read this book that's by the lead investigator from the case. His name was Steve Thomas, and it basically breaks down the whole thing from his point of view. And I kind of side with him a lot because the family gave him the fucking runaround. They like didn't want to talk to him, and they kept dodging the persecutors and like using all their money and influence to like. Anyway, but yeah, the house was huge and like just a maze, and there's no way that a stranger knew where to put her body.
I have never seen so many half stairwells scattered
Yeah.
throughout a home in my life. It
A
was
spiral staircase randomly.
Yeah, it's like they had a first floor, a mezzanine, a half mezzanine, a third quarter mezzanine. I mean, and then
Say
an
mezzanine
upstairs,
one more time.
and then the basement was actually just part of the upstairs. Like it was the most insane.
And
I was trying to like
We-
imagine it in my head as like we were watching the documentary about it recently, and I was just like,
Mhm.
what the fuck is happening? We went to like we were
We've
driving
been
through
there.
Boulder once
yeah,
and stopped because Joe was like, we have to do this.
and it's a very tight, narrow street, and the houses are like on top of each other. It is
So-
it's not Texas lots at all.
you know
It's
the house
definitely
from
Colorado.
the Amityville Horror?
It's
You remember
like
that house
kind of
where
lot.
it's like that, where it's like it's long?
It's like that.
That's kind of how it is.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So Beardos, the lesson here is don't buy long houses unless you want to get murdered.
Lesson is keep one flight of stairs, not 19.
So this was a crime that kind of
You know, was the house designed by MC Escher? Going up the stairs and going down the sideways
going upstairs, going up the spiral stairs. So this was a crime that really kind of rocked Boulder because Boulder is a very affluent suburb of Denver, and the people there are very well to do. It's very, not criminally active. So when this happened, the police didn't really know what to do because they didn't deal with a lot of murder. They were dealing with things like, animals off the highway or like, getting kids out of parking lots. They weren't really equipped to deal with this kind of a crime. So when this happened, like they sent like a one police officer, and basically instead of shutting down the entire house, because that's what you should do when there's a missing child, people were, the parents were calling their friends. They were panicking. They were calling everyone, and their friends were showing up, and they were coming into the house, and they were comforting them, and they were cleaning, because that's kind of what you do when you don't really have anything to do. You're kind of like, oh, what can I do and be helpful? So they're wiping down surfaces. They're putting things back to where they should be if they would have been knocked over. They're trampling through the house and leaving their DNA everywhere. So they're basically destroying this crime scene before it could even become an active investigation, before anyone could get there. And then when the dad decided to like walk around and try to look for clues, and he found her body, they moved it once to move it upstairs, and then it was moved again a second time. So they moved the body twice before the coroner investigators even got there, and the crime scene was basically sanitized before anyone could even get in and look at it.
Yeah.
It was fucked from the get-go.
I mean, they 100%, it was somebody in the family. They fucking killed
It
it.
had to be.
If it wasn't somebody in the household family, it had to have been somebody that knew the house, because you basically had to walk through the parents' room to get to the kids' room, didn't you?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Or it was like they was on. No, I think theirs was on this top level, and it was weird because they had that intruder theory that they held on to for so long because they wanted it to be true. It was a broken window in the basement, and there were 2 suitcases that were underneath it. So they were like theorizing that the intruder came in through that broken window and stepped on the suitcases to gain entry to the house. But like, it's such a maze that there's no way that he would have known, or they would have known how to like navigate the house unless they knew the house. There's just no way. So my theory is this. JonBenét was a bedwetter, and it was probably from the stress of competing in pageants and the pressure to succeed and all that. And
She was like
only 6
4.
years old. She was,
Oh, well, whatever.
I think she was 6, but
Still,
could be
child.
Yeah. So anyway, her favorite snack was pineapple, cut pineapple.
It was still in her stomach.
They found it in her stomach. So
That's
she
right.
had just recently eaten it because they had been to a holiday party because it was Christmas, and they were flying out to their family retreat home in Michigan the next morning, and that's why this happened late at night. They found half-eaten pineapple in her stomach, of course, and they found a bowl of pineapple chunks on one of the tables, I think in the dining room. And they also found the cabinet upstairs that was open, and there was an open container of training pants, like pull-ups, that was like opened. So my thought process on this is that she wet her bed, and she was having some pineapple downstairs or something, and something happened, and I think that Patsy kind of lost her mind for just a second, accidentally had a fit of rage, killed her, and then panicked and tried to hide the body, and she used a garrote that she made from her own art supplies downstairs. She handwrote her own ransom note because they did handwriting tests.
Ooh, that's right.
She was the one that did the 911 call at I think 6 in the morning, and so there's just a lot that's pointing towards Patsy.
I was like, I could see, especially as a I mean, we are stereotyping in a sense, but as a showgirl parent
Pageant.
and pageant
parent.
sure, whatever,
The mother of a pageant daughter.
a pageant mother, and then also like just literally the stress of the holidays. Weren't they also having? Oh no, they weren't having financial issues, were they?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, no, because I was like, they spent a lot of money.
Well, part of the ransom note was $118,000, which was, I think, the same amount that John was going to be getting for his Christmas bonus that year. So that was like a really weird number to put.
Yeah. Oh, because weren't they trying to frame it as in somebody that he worked with?
A criminal faction, but it was a really, really long, rambling ransom note, and
it was.
They don't go that long.
Yeah, it was really long. But I definitely think she just hit a point and then was woken up at one point because her daughter wet the bed and just had because if something wakes you up that you're just pissed off about, oh my God, like
I think it was an accident. An unfortunate accident.
You don't strangle somebody with a garrote by accident. You don't make
I don't
a garrote
think
by
she
accident.
strangled her to kill her.
I think it was
I think it was after the fact.
I think it was wasn't fully there realizing what I was doing. It was just rage had taken over a bit, and it didn't sink in until the moment I recognized that I'd killed her. Hold on. Let me not say that out of context.
End of show
The
clip?
moment she recognized that she killed her.
Yeah, Jay Rowdy Bush did it.
Yeah,
We'll just beat that whole thing.
Yeah, shit, I told me. I don't know. I still think like, and maybe I'm latching on to the wrong thing, but
It's not a
you
crazy
don't-
theory, Anthony.
you don't garrote somebody in a fit of rage. Like, you don't do that on accident. It's not all of a sudden I found myself tying this wire to my broken brushes and doing this. Like, you garrote somebody because you plan to garrote somebody.
I think it was after she died. I think that's when she did it. I could be wrong with the autopsy. My memory's fuzzy on it, but I don't think that's what killed her. I think it was blunt force trauma. I think. I mean, let me just look.
No, I'm looking it up. Don't worry.
Because
Yeah,
if it was blunt trauma, I mean, that's definitely a fit of rage kind of thing.
Was
Like,
killed by
boom.
strangulation and a skull fracture.
So I think that she was hit over the head with something in a fit of rage, and then Patsy panicked and used the garrote to cover it up. Or your theory with the brother also makes sense with that, because maybe he did it as an accident, and then
I
Patsy
don't
had to
think it
help
was-
cover it up to save him.
I still don't think it was necessarily like an accident. I don't know.
I also
think
don't
there could
think
be
that
malicious intent there. There are
Well-
kids who are.
I was gonna say I could imagine it being blunt force trauma was kind of an accident, like she didn't realize how hard she hit, and then it was
Maybe.
like, this may be the opportunity to stop this stress of her wetting the bed so much, or all this other shit. And she literally was just like, I'll just finish it off, because there could have been a lot more stress that we were unaware of in the family with the kid
Yeah.
and the mother. Like,
Well, I also think that
PTSD
the
didn't
father,
go away.
I also think the father, John, had no idea, because he's so like, you see interviews and he's just like, he's completely in the dark. I don't think that he had anything to do with it. And I also think that if there was a cover up, or if Patsy did it, I don't think she had John help her at all, like to keep him in the dark intentionally so it'd be easier for her. I think she was like the mastermind behind it, if it was her or Burke, the brother. Either way.
Patsy, will you ring in, let us know?
From the dead.
We'll never know, because Patsy died in 2006 from breast cancer.
Wait,
Yeah, I forgot.
hang on. Grabbing the Ouija board.
Yeah, it's like, get your Ouija board out. Game time just changed.
Oh my god. Well, and then also
One time when we're all together and we can record something, we should 100% do
Do
a
a Ouija.
seance with.
Let's
it,
mark
try to
this.
reach.
Let's mark this moment,
Wanna
and we
do
are
this
going
so
to
bad.
try and contact her in an
Yes.
episode where we're all together.
well, another
Doesn't
fun
have to be an
fact.
episode. We can film it and then we can add it to the episode.
We can open Patreon with that finally, years after we said it.
Yes. I think that's a great Patreon content. Beardos, if you want to see us try to summon the spirit of Patsy Ramsey or JonBenét Ramsey, or maybe both, maybe we have them fight.
Venmo
to
us
be,
to motivate us to actually start this.
Well, let's end this discussion with a fun fact. This fun fact: Patsy Ramsey went to West Virginia University.
That's a fun fact.
I think it's an interesting fact. Jesus
think that's
Christ!
just a
Sorry. Now for this week's sponsor, Garrotes to Kill Anthony. Handcrafted by J. Rowdy Bush.
Jay, you choked me, you miserable dingus. Blech. God.
Garrot to kill Anthony. Garrot to kill Anthony. Garrot to kill Anthony. Garrot to kill Anthony is a self-made product you can find anywhere within your home. Break the handle off your brush, tie a sturdy rope to it, and then strangle Anthony. Garrot to kill Anthony. Available in your local bathroom, garage, or anything you find anywhere in your drawers.
Have you subscribed to us yet? No? Boo, you whores. Go do it now, please.
You can grope me. I'm into that.
Oh, JonBenét said, "Oh, I'm gonna wet myself."
The only thing I can think of now whenever we talk about JonBenét Ramsey is that comedian that got famous when she was on a Chicago news network, and it was like a morning show or something like that. And she's sitting there and the news anchors are talking to her. And she goes, yeah, I went on a date the other day. He said I looked like JonBenét Ramsey
Yeah.
if she were still alive. And she goes, and then I told him, you look like the killer if they knew who he was. And then she's like, and then we did a little role play that night. And she goes, I think I'll see him again.
She would be like your age, Jay. She was born on August 6th, 1990.
Oh, so I'm still a little bit older, but yeah, close enough.
What what was that guy's name? Scott something or other who like killed his wife at sea.
Which one? I'm kidding.
Scott. I remember this. Scott Peterson, I think.
Peterson, yeah. I was going through Atlanta airport. I was going through TSA, and one of the security guards the TSA agents basically took my ID, looked at it, looked at me, and said, "You remind me of Scott Peterson." And I was
Thanks.
and I just looked at her, and I was like, "The guy who killed his wife?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, what? Okay. Can I have my ID back now?
It's a real ID, I promise.
This is way before that. This was back like when I was flying to Atlanta for Verizon shit.
I think it's time for user content.
It sure
Perfect.
is. Let's hear some killer content.
All right. And so then we heard from one killer Beardo, and that was and
Well, I can tell you, he's got a killer weapon.
I was going to say, I heard he's got quite the club.
Yeah, you got to get stabbed with that thing. Woo!
Jorge said, and he sent a TikTok video, and it said, Beardos Submitted Sundry.
Fucking gay, how you say that?
You guys always talk about your excellent education out there in Oklahoma, and plus this bear isn't bad to look at either.
Hey, does it hurt to get a tattoo? Depends on the area. I'm from Oklahoma. I'm from Oklahoma. I'm from Oklahoma. I'm from Oklahoma.
Okay, but
So-
who's the guy?
That guy, what he does is he
That's
takes
Wendy from Wendy's.
Yeah, exactly. He takes like
Stupid
bad
comments.
Tinder dates or bad comments on Facebook and all that stuff and writes stupid songs about them.
I love those.
And so this was just one of them where, yeah,
I'm into
another
it.
Depends
stupid
on the
conversation.
area. I'm from Oklahoma.
Does the tattoo hurt? Depends on the
That's
area.
that's our education at work.
That is our education.
Yep.
It's like
But
that
don't worry.
scene in Arrested Development where she's like, "What's that necklace?" And he goes, "It's a cross." And she goes, "A cross from where?"
It's very Airplane.
Very, very much so. When he calls the Mayo Clinic and there's mayonnaise on the shelves behind him.
She has to be gotten to a hospital. A hospital?
What
What's
is
that?
It's a large building with patients, but that's not important right now.
I still
Can you
cannot
take a
believe-
guess? I can't tell. You can tell me. I'm a doctor.
I still cannot believe that is a shot-for-shot remake of another movie. 0 Hour? Yes, 0 Hour. It's
And
a
the
shot-for-shot remake of 0 Hour.
You can see the fishing line on the heart as it jumps up in the air.
Oh my god, when I was at the airport going on my Denver trip, I heard somebody go, so-and-so, will you please go answer the white courtesy phone?
The white courtesy
And I
phone?
was like, ah!
They still have those?
Right?
Why?
Oh.
There's literally a million different ways that are better than that.
That's why I was baffled to hear that.
Well, and then on another vein, do you know that hospitals still use pagers because of the way their signal frequency works? Like, it's the most dependable way to like get messages through like hallways and tunnels and elevators and the labyrinthine ways that hospitals are designed, that it just still makes sense for them to use pagers.
Why? That's another criminal thing. Why are hospitals always designed so fucking insane that I never know where I'm going?
They are like a maze for
Okay.
no reason.
There are reasons, because every time you build a hospital, it always starts with one building, and then they add on wings and wings and wings and wings, and then every
like
wing
run
update.
oxygen lines and piping and electricity. They are very complex.
Because they're the hospital I go to for several of my doctors. Like I pop in, and then they'll be like, "Go down to the pharmacy," and I'm like, "Where is that?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, just go down to the first floor, take a right, go through the doors, and then follow that hallway, take a left, and then an up, and then a left, and then a down." And no, I'm kidding, but it feels like that
really,
trying to get to the pharmacy, and then I'm just like walking endlessly, and then I'm like, "Oh, there it is."
And they can't really shut down a hospital to renovate it, so they kind of have to like just add on things and just keep adding wings to it.
Yeah,
Love
Oh, yeah.
wings.
well, Anthony's getting bored because he just yawned, but that's all the content I have this week.
Well,
You
thank
guys
you,
were going
Jorge.
on about hospitals and wings, and I was just, I don't know. You lost me somewhere.
Thank you, Jorge.
Thank you, Jorge.
Georgie.
Hey, Georgie.
Hey, Georgie. Anthony's in the burn book this week.
I knew it was going to be
Why,
me.
Jay?
Because I said so.
Oh, okay.
Because I said so.
Can you cite a specific reason? Anything in
No.
particular?
Did you
that
make a
lots
stranger
struck your
cry at
fancy?
brunch because you raised one of those eyebrows?
Listen to like the last 5 episodes, and you
5
could be
seasons.
like, "There's all the reasons."
Listen to the last 7 seasons of this podcast.
I've been a little mean on this particular episode.
Maybe I should just start dropping like screenshots of the group chat to get examples
Of what?
of why Anthony should be in the burn book this week.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. I didn't even barely text him.
I have fucking loved our boomer conversation.
I do love our
That's
member conversation.
okay.
I'm so sad that I've been so busy at work because
Yeah,
I
well.
really want to participate, but I've been like, if I don't work, I will not be done for the day in time.
It's the same energy as that guy that does them when he's like with the wig and he goes, "Lol," and then the wig flies off. It's that kind of energy is what I channel when I make those messages.
I was like, I've got a moment to text one of these, and I was like, I typed out the word troops and I spelled it right. And I was like, no, don't fucking spell it right. Go
Yeah.
back.
And then I've just learned that all I have to do is not correct my normal texting habits, and it looks perfectly like a boomer.
Yeah, I got to tell you, there was a one of the messages that I did send in there, which is probably honestly like 2, was what was that? Oh yeah, whenever I was typing Karen Silkwood, I put Catton, and I was like,
Catton.
I'm leaving it.
That's gonna
And then you
gonna
put
work.
Catton Silk Song, or what'd you say?
Silkworm.
It's kind of ironic that you brought that up, though, because the news recently has been talking about that old uranium plant and how they're still discovering uranium in the soil 50 years after it was decommissioned.
Yeah.
If only someone could have
wow.
warned us.
Oh my.
It's too bad they had a tragic accident.
I did
It
not
is
know
the
that plant.
express view of this podcast that Karen Silkwood was in a tragic accident. Honest.
I did not know that factory was only open for 10 years. It was only open from 65 to 75.
That is wild. And they said, uranium, baby, we don't need no protection.
And the year after Karen Silkwood was killed under mysterious circumstances.
Yeah,
was
what a
killed,
mystery.
though. Let's see how you phrase that. Was killed.
I
Mm.
know.
Not died, was killed.
Wow, Judge
She was,
Jay.
she was 100% killed.
Yeah.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Yeah, the files disappeared into thin air, of course.
Yeah. It closed less than a year after her death.
Good.
We all know
No.
that important files disintegrate immediately upon car accidents.
And on
You
islands.
get into a wreck and they go,
And on islands.
Unless you sent a bunch of emails. Karen Silkwood should have done it all in email, and it would have been great.
if they had an email back then, it would be like, hey, it's me, Ted Killer, the guy who killed Karen Silkwood. I just want you to know that Karen Silkwood is dead. Here is my home address, phone number, and list of my schedule.
Did you ram her car into the ditch like we said so, murdering her? Because
And
we
it's the
need
car
to
emoji.
eliminate her.
LOL. I think of that all the time when I think about the Watergate thing. I'm like, how many Watergates happened before Watergate?
Oh my
And we
God.
just found out about it because of
do,
Watergate.
we have anything that can edit tape? Oh, we do.
You know we do.
We got scissors and tape.
Yeah, like the person that edited Epstein getting killed in that in the jail cell. And
Let's see,
didn't
if I just
do
go
it
to
very
Adobe
well.
Pro,
Adobe. I'm going to pull up Adobe.
These time signatures don't matter. It's fine.
They use Premiere Pro to edit.
Was it a Premiere Pro? Okay.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if they didn't even like use the paid version?
That is the Adobe product. That's like the Adobe suite that we used for a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it have been funny if they used like the trial version?
Honestly, I would really have loved it if they
it.
used Premiere Rush because of how janky Premiere Rush is.
Yeah.
And they're just in there like, God damn it! Oh, why is it
only have 5 minutes
laggy?
left in the episode. It's so crashy.
There's just randomly a GIF accidentally overlaid in one section of it, and they're just like, "How did that get in there? Oops, I should have checked it."
It's one of the the preset overlays, and it fades onto the screen.
Yeah.
And it's just like insert text here, or what is that Latin phrase? Like lorem ipsum,
or it's like that stupid GIF that stupid video that's been popular lately, where some movie forgot to put in the VFX.
I love it. Yes.
And it's like VFX a car on fire. So it's like VFX of Epstein alive.
I love like the bad VFX Bollywood
oh god
videos. This is unrelated, but that's
so
what it makes me
good.
think of so much. Where it's like that little girl where she picks up the car, throws it, and there's an explosion.
Yeah.
Which also reminds me of, have you ever seen the video of they edited Harry Potter if it was made in India?
No.
I think I know what it would be like though, because those Indian media, it's like the one that Anthony sends all the time, where it's like the girl falling against the.
Yes, I love the really dramatic
ceiling.
Bollywood gifs are some of my favorite. There's one of them where a girl she's doing something, she trips and falls and ends up trapping herself inside of a suitcase,
and she couldn't even
taken on a plane.
Yes.
So they had to cut it, and then it's wrapped around her neck magically.
It was so wild. Oh my God. I love all of
so
those
bad.
so much. I've really got to get into Bollywood movies because I just know the
It's a
plots are
huge
insane.
thing.
Okay.
They're hugely popular.
I'm gonna have to show you this one just because you're gonna laugh. It's too funny not to. Are you ready? Can you see it?
A little bit.
Ready,
yeah.
Freddy?
Okay.
Explain yourselves, both of you.
Well, what it is, it's my fault, Professor McGonagall.
Oh.
I love these words.
5 points will be taken from Gryffindor for your serious lack of judgment.
Have you seen the one where it shows it's like the Indian guy who's married to a white girl, and it's like when your friend shows up for jogging, but she shows up and she's wearing Vans slip-on shoes, and it just does all those random cuts, and it's and it's zooming on the shoes, and she's like, and then he's like, and it just keeps doing that weird zoom cut that they do in those all the time. It's so good.
Love those. And then also I love the Harry Potter one where they edited guns instead of wands.
Yes, I love that one.
Neville, I'm sorry I'm gonna have to do this.
It's like when in American Dad, when Steve goes to that drug den, but Roger tells him it's the Hogwarts American Kid.
Oh yeah!
Oh, they're out of
Monos, and that means wash those hands. But he's like, "Oh, my first spell, lavate los manos."
Lavate los manos.
Yes. I do. I love that episode.
Well, do you guys think it's game time?
Yeah, let's
Please.
We don't have a name for this game, do we?
This is a game that we're calling True Crime Hot Load Case Files Edition at the Market.
Hot load.
Yeah.
Clean up on aisle my pants.
Oh no! The wet floor sign is out all the time.
So,
Picture it, Sicily. Oh, sorry.
Jay, you were kind of describing this in text, but can you describe it a little bit so we can?
Yeah, can you elaborate a little bit? We're making up a crime, right?
Yeah, my theory on this was just to be like, hey, let's kind of make up a true crime as we go. And I just assumed, by the way, Anthony keeps weirdly smiling, that he already had a start for me.
No, I didn't.
Oh, wow.
I think that Jay already has some plans for Anthony, so I want to let Jay start.
I've been trying to be very engaging in this episode.
So we could kind of do a...
I've been very, very trying to be prescient.
we can We can do kind of like a yes and improv kind of thing where Jay we can do an intro order.
Oh, we say one word at a time.
Not one word, but like we can kind of build
I was thinking
on
improv.
it.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, when I told him he was smiling and he's like, I'm trying to be engaging, all I could think of was about Adam's Family Values. when Wednesday starts smiling and they're like, oh, she's scaring me.
That is, yeah. I feel like if I were especially chipper at work or really anywhere, that people would be like, "The fuck? What's happening? What are you doing?"
See, everyone notices when I'm not chipper at work. Anyways,
There's a wood chipper. Is that your start?
Ooh, there is a wood chipper. Sorry, I can't talk.
Okay.
At the end of it, there's blood and some red hair.
And not a red herring.
And
that's when Detective Anthony Criswell arrives on the scene, fully alive.
And we find out that Pennywise got pushed into the wood chipper.
Detective J comes up and he's like, Anthony, I thought it was you.
Detective Anthony says, really? I thought it was you. As the only two gingers in existence, one of us should be in there.
And then
well, you're wrong because the
Hey,
bottom half of the
turn.
body's still there, and there's two testicles, so you knew it wasn't me, you dumb bitch.
Well, yeah, but there's not a swanging dick either, so you know it's not me.
Detective Joe, you're here. What's up?
I think I'm gonna take a drag of my cigarette too. It's a double A battery.
Mine's a purple pen.
Purple. That's the color the murderer used to hide the body.
Ah!
The murderer used.
What color purple? There's lots of colors out there.
It's lavender.
This is not.
Well, let's check the CCTV camera that led up to the wood chipper.
I tried that,
sorry.
Anthony.
It runs on a VHS and it erases every 20 minutes.
You know, if you guys would grow up with the times, we wouldn't have these problems. This case is going to go on forever if you're this old. I don't know.
Why don't we just for Prince? See?
The way you're dragging that cigarette, you're going to go through a pack in 5 minutes.
Yeah, seriously.
Sorry, I learned from the old woman back home.
No, you learned it from the alcoholic from the Magic Bullet commercials. Nasty, stinky garlic. And then she's suspect number 1.
That's where I got my idea to become a detective.
She said, wood chipper, I learned it from the Magic Bullet. I made salsa for the big game.
In 3 seconds.
And just 1, 2, 3 seconds. Mateo Lane's the murderer.
Wait,
Detective
Joe, you're taking us off course here.
Detective Joe, check here. There's a note right on the wood chipper. It says, "Hi, Billy Mays here."
You're a fantastic product. Billy Mays? Wasn't that the bottom bitch that used to be down at the park on 49th?
Billy Mays is dead.
He was always plugging a lot of holes.
With that magic tape. And the silly putty. Magic putty.
There you go.
Serious putty.
Now you're getting it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have to play some noir music in the background of this.
No, you gotta play
It's
the
so
Fat
off
Frank's
fucking
music.
rails. Read the rest of the note, Detective Joe.
Well, it
Anthony
says
did
here. Oh, it does say that.
That's what it says at the bottom.
What did it say?
Anthony did it.
Shut up! I'm trying to read the note, bitch! And it's written in purple pen. Oh.
And Detective J is still writing it.
I don't know what you're talking about with a purple pen.
That man is sucking on a gavel.
Oh my god.
I haven't seen a purple.
It.
Oh god! I'm literally crying. You know, the whole reason I wore these glasses today was so I could do this. Anthony, I'm ashamed of you.
And he's got one of those pipes. It's like a bubble pipe.
Well, I'm smoking a gavel right now, so.
Well, the reason I wore these glasses today was so I could see the start button. And then I push the start button, then I push you into the wood chipper, and now I've committed the murder.
So the blood and the red hair was just a red herring.
A red herring. Decoys, Jay, decoys.
The newsstand on the Quonset hut? Decoys, Lois, decoys.
And finally, Joe, we can spend all that sweet, sweet podcast money, just you and me.
And then
the only reason I wore these glasses today because I used all the ransom money on LASIK, and now I can see everything.
And I wore my glasses today because I didn't want to get my eyes all bloody when I pushed them into the wood chipper.
PPE, we love it. Work safe, girly. OSHA approves of this murder.
And then I, Detective J, walk around from the side.
You don't walk around
of the
anywhere.
wood
You're
chipper.
blood and gross.
And you take
You're
off
just
a fake mustache.
Hold on. Yes, that's it. I was like, I pop around from the edge of the wood chipper, and I'm like,
You say, let's see who this murderer really is. And you take off your face and you're like, ah!
that was my dummy.
For this dummy.
And
I should have known.
This was a setup the entire time because
Well, then
I
didn't
knew
kill anybody.
you were a murderer.
I didn't kill anyone.
But you wanted to. The intent was
That
there.
doesn't mean anything. I committed 0 crimes. Now come over here by this wood chipper so we can talk about this more.
And then it's kind of like an Indian drama where it's like.
and then cue the intro to Fargo.
Ooh. Oh no, the Law and Order.
Dun, 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 dun. And then it's me as Judgy J. Baloney.
William H. Macy, guilty. He was in Fargo,
Well-
Beardos, in case you don't know.
This went exactly how I thought it would.
And I loved it.
Complete nonsense. But
Can we do that more
often?
I think we should.
We should, actually.
I think I hear the music coming back on.
Are you trying to find
Joe, did you say you
It's
hear
Sarah.
the music?
I think I hear the music coming back on, and it's the
Okay, I gave you amplified.
Oh
my God.
Exactly like last week where you tried like 4 times to get it right.
I laughed so hard at that part.
I laughed so hard. I was
haven't
listening to
gotten
it
to that
today,
part yet.
and I was dying laughing at my desk.
I laughed editing it, and then I laughed listening to the
It
episode.
was so fucking funny. Anyways, I think I hear the music coming back on, and it's Sarah Canacoke's voice. You're welcome. We got there. But go call our hotline real quick and leave us a tip at 405-999-2242.
and Beardos. It's time for us to do some throat swabs on some Beardos for samples, and we're all out of Q-tips. So it's time for us to go. Yes, penises. If you would like to go help us out, subscribe to the podcast so you can get reminders every Sunday when we release a new episode. We also post frequent updates on all of our social media sites for any additional sundries that we add to the market.
And if each one of you could tell an accomplice about the podcast, that would double our growth. Also, go rate us 5 out of 6 balls on every platform you can.
Check out our socials. You're gonna see some stuff on there occasionally. Not Anthony, because he's dead. Also,
Inside.
go to beardsandsundries.com to check out and buy some merch. You can also email us.
It's the most unpleasant noise.
Email us at beardsandsundries@gmail.com and we'll read it out on air. Send us a little voice clip in there too. We'll open the show with it. Dame.
Play it on Jay's phonograph.
And send us pictures of Spider-Man.
Expose yourselves to us. No.
Yes.
Yeah, though, dude. So from all of us here at...
Jay, finish your cigarette. I want you to buy a Cruella de Vil style cigarette holder, and I want to watch you smoke a cigarette in less than 30 seconds.
I'm gonna get oh god.
Are you kidding me? His doctor would come and kill him himself and be like, we're not going through this.
He would like pull up his knife to stab me, and then all of a sudden I would just croak over and he'd be like, told you.
There's the wood chipper. So, from the three of us very skeptical shop clerks here at the Beards and Sundries Market, make sure to
Love yourself.
And have an alibi, Beardos. Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Oh, JonBenét said, "Oh, I'm gonna wet myself."